Una taza de, dot, dot, dot. Una taza de, that means a cup of. Okay? So that's the first thing you need to know when talking about coffee, because you need a cup for coffee. So, una taza de, a cup of. Una means a or a. Taza, cup. De, of. Una taza de. Now, you can use this if you want to ask for any kind of drink. You can get tea, una taza de té, una casa. Why am I saying casa? Sorry. Una taza de té, una taza de café. We need café. Té means tea, and café means coffee. Okay? Una taza de café. A cup of coffee. Café, remember the accent mark on top of the letter E. You need that. That's very important. Don't forget about that. And also, I want to let you know that this word here, café means coffee and also brown in Spanish. Okay, café, coffee, or the color brown. Café. El café, you can say that too. El café. El café means coffee, the same thing. Just let me fix this for you. El café. Coffee, or just café, coffee. Una taza de café, a cup of coffee. Now, the next term is café. There's like different kinds of coffee. So another common coffee I love this kind of coffee. Café negro. El café negro, you can say that. El café negro. And that means black coffee. Okay? So this is the way I drink coffee. El café negro. Amo el café negro. I love black coffee. So if you want to refer to black coffee, you can refer to it as el café negro or café negro. I'm just going to add el, but you already know that because we talked about that a few seconds ago. So el café negro, black coffee. Negro is the color black in Spanish. Café, you know what that means. Coffee. Excellent. The next term is el café con leche. Oh, that's another. El café con leche, you don't need the. It's just el café con leche or café con leche. This means coffee with milk. Just like that, coffee with milk. I don't know why I had the ... there, but coffee with milk. So this is a common drink in some Latin American countries. Café con leche. You just put milk in coffee. Also in America and everywhere in the world, probably you can, add some milk to your coffee, and that's a normal thing. So, of course, in Spanish, you call it el café con leche or café con leche. Leche, this term here, this term right here means milk. La leche, by the way, leche is feminine. So if you want to say the milk, la leche. Or if you want to say, I don't know, a bottle of milk, una botella de leche. Okay? So, yeah, leche is feminine. It's a feminine noun. Now, the next one, guys. The next term. This is all about coffee. We're not going to talk about tea or any other drink. We can do that in a future lesson. So for now, it's just coffee because the coffee world is big. Big. Okay. The next term is café con azúcar. Café con azúcar. Azúcar means, you know what this means? Do you know what this means? Sorry. This means, you know what café means, right? Of course you know. Coffee with sugar. Okay? Café con azúcar. That's the literal translation of coffee with sugar. I mean, café con azúcar means coffee with sugar. Azúcar means sugar. Okay? El azúcar. It's a masculine noun. It looks like a feminine noun, la azúcar, but that's wrong. It's el azúcar, sugar, or the sugar. Okay? So let's remember that. El café con azúcar. Coffee with sugar, or café con azúcar. Same thing. Same thing. Okay. Excellent. The next one is café con leche y azúcar. Some people like milk and sugar with their coffee, in their coffee. So you know what this means because we already know what azúcar means, what leche means, what café means. And let me show you the translation. Coffee with milk and sugar. Right? So pretty simple, nothing too complicated. This is very basic, of course. So the next term, oh, by the way, y means and. So if you want to replace leche with other ingredient or anything that you add to your coffee, you can do that. You can replace obviously sugar, azúcar, leche. Some people like other things in their coffee, but the most common ingredients, leche, azúcar, and also, well, I think that's it. Leche y azúcar. Some people add whipped cream and other stuff, but let me know if you want to know those terms. Okay, azúcar. Remember the accent mark on top of the letter U. Okay. The next one, guys, the next term is café descafeinado. You know what this means. Descafeinado. It's a long word, but it means decaffeinated coffee, or, it doesn't have any caffeine. So descafeinado, decaffeinated. Decaf. Okay, decaf coffee. In Spanish, descafeinado. El café descafeinado, or café descafeinado. So you need to practice the pronunciation of the word descafeinado. 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 Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. The next term is café helado. Café helado. El café helado. This means iced coffee. This is another common thing. When it's very hot outside, you want some iced coffee, right? Delicious. Now, café cappuccino. Café cappuccino. Cappuccino. That means cappuccino coffee. It's just like cappuccino, right? But the spelling is a little bit different. Sometimes you will see it as, the Italian word I believe cappuccino is Italian. And or sometimes you will see it, you know, just like this. Cappuccino. 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 Okay? So now you know. Now you know. The next term, guys, the next term is shot de espresso. Shot de espresso. Shot, by the way, is the same in English and in Spanish. Shot de espresso. And this means, I know some people say espresso, but it's espresso, right? So shot of espresso. Very easy, very straightforward. You only have to replace off with the word de. Shot de espresso. Sometimes you can just call it espresso, just as in English. Sometimes you just want espresso. The same thing in Spanish. You can refer to a shot of espresso as just espresso. Un espresso, por favor. Okay? Now, after we finish with this list, there's more coming, of course. And I will let you know how to say sin or without. I already told you, without sugar or milk, if you want your coffee without sugar. Okay. Hello, Ralph Marquez. Oh, I can answer that question later on, for sure. At the end of this stream, I will answer that question. We can talk about coffee and brands and all of that. Okay. Welcome, Ralph Marquez. Now, the next term is café latte. Café latte. I think this is the last one. Yeah, café latte. This means, you know, coffee latte. So it's a latte. It's just a latte. Café latte. El café latte. Okay. Also, you can call it latte. Just latte. But now you know the whole term. Okay. Now, if you don't want sugar, no milk, you can say, instead of con is with, okay, con. But if you don't want it, for example, without milk, you can say sin. Café sin azúcar. Coffee without or no sugar, okay? Café sin azúcar. Sin is the opposite of con. Sin without, con with. Okay, so same thing with this term here. Café sin leche y azúcar. Coffee without milk nor sugar. Sin leche y azúcar. Okay? You can change y without ni, because that's a more correct way to say, you know, without milk nor sugar, okay? But in Spanish, commonly people also use y instead of ni, okay? But both are commonly used, both ways. You can say café sin leche y azúcar. You can say café sin leche ni azúcar. Ni means nor, okay? And it works with after using sin. Sin leche ni azúcar. Okay? So this is very important. This is something very important to learn in Spanish. So let's just change this back. Excellent.